Pop, 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 pass the popcorn. 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 Pass the popcorn.
Welcome to Pass the Popcorn, where the alternate ending crew gets together to talk about movies. I'm Carrie Jarsinski, and today I'm joined by two of the smartest, kindest, funniest people I know, Abbi and Alice, here to talk about Disney Pixar's newest feature, Lightyear. I knew you'd get a giggle, and that's just fine. I needed to get it out there. They might seem like kids, but they're not just any kids. That's what I'm saying.
We're kids.
Okay, you are kids, but they're actually mini cinephiles in disguise. And you guys don't know that, but I know that from listening to your reviews of past movies that we've watched. And would you say we've watched quite a few movies?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like we've watched a lot, considering that my dad
Loves movies.
You think your dad loves movies?
Yeah.
Yep.
You think more than me?
Oh, way higher than you.
You think? Okay.
Yep.
I bet you
Okay.
like them so this is him and this is you.
Yep.
For on my spectrum, like he's up there, like at the top.
At the ceiling. If
And
he's
then,
at the
yeah.
ceiling, where am I relative to the floor?
Halfway up there.
Okay.
Almost. You'll get there.
It's
You'll
fair.
get there one day.
What you're saying is I have other interests, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I hear
yes,
you.
yes.
I hear you.
She likes gardening and pulling out weeds.
That is something that I enjoy. Thank you, Alice. So
And laundry, don't forget that.
I don't love laundry. But first, let's talk about some non-movie stuff so that everybody can behold your awesomeness. Not everybody knows a little bit about you here and there. I think, Abbi, you were on an episode years and years ago when you were littler, right? Where we just chatted about a movie just for like a couple minutes. Do you remember that?
I don't really remember it. I'm guessing it was brief and it wasn't the biggest memory I'd probably
Okay. Didn't
remember.
stick with you is what you're saying.
Yes.
But I'll tell a couple things about Abbi, and then I'd love to ask you a couple questions about you. Abbi, you're 10 years old. You're going to start 6th grade, and you're kind of a big deal. I would say the nicest quality about you, Abbi, is that everybody around you wants to be your friend.
Okay, let's not make this emotional here.
It's not emotional. I'm just trying to set the stage a little bit about you. So I'm going to ask you a few questions so people can get to know you.
Okay.
So let's start off critical. What would you say is your favorite movie?
Well, there is a new movie coming out soon that's
Called Keeper of the Lost Cities.
Alice, no interrupting. I should have laid the groundwork of the rules of this show before. No interrupting. So Abbi, your favorite movie?
Well, there is this new movie coming out called Keeper of the Lost Cities. I really enjoyed the book, and I'm really excited to see how that film comes together. But for the time being, my favorite movie is definitely Harry Potter. I feel like the fantasy is something that we don't have here. So then it kind of brings the movie to a magical aspect where it kind of makes you feel like you are part of that.
I feel like that is your thing. Every book that you're really drawn into, I've talked about this on the podcast before, that at your age, at 10, you've read significantly more books probably than I've read, and longer books that I read, which is both embarrassing, but I'm really proud of that with you. And I think the fantasy one is the one that really hooks you in. So
Yeah.
you're starting the Hunger Games soon too, which I'm excited because I did finish those, and those ones are really good.
Yeah.
Okay. So movie genre, we now know what you love. What would you say is your favorite hobby?
Well, I really like going on trips,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know if that's is that considered a hobby?
Travel is a hobby.
Well, yeah, I love to travel then. I like to explore new activities and stuff and see what the world has to offer
Oh,
and learn about different cultures and stuff.
that's a very, very good answer. I share that with you. Would you say is your favorite place that you've been?
I'm going to have to go with I don't know, somewhere warm.
Somewhere warm, not Wisconsin. Not
Yes.
Wisconsin. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. What else do I need to know about you? Favorite parent? I'm kidding. Don't answer that. Don't
You don't want
answer
to
that.
know.
I guess I don't, if that's the answer. We'll leave that one there. We'll ask that one to Alice. Maybe I have a better shot. I don't know. We'll find out. Think about it carefully. And then maybe last, I'm just trying to think. Something, I think you're such a unique person. What would you say is the most interesting thing about you? Is that one hard?
That one's really hard because I don't really pay attention. I just do what I feel like I want to do.
But I think that's actually the interesting thing. Is there ever a time in your life that you've been like, no, I don't want to do that, other than cleaning your room or doing things that I ask?
I'm guilty of that.
You're guilty of that. But if it was like something that your friends asked to do, have you ever said no?
I have, because I feel like if your opinion isn't in a conversation or any thing that is either about you or not about you, it's always good to give your opinion and or stay out of something that you don't want to be a part of.
Oh, that's insightful. You must get that from Daddy. I just retreat from those types of situations. So, okay. Well, feel free to share more as we go along here. Alice, I'm going to turn it to you, who just about ripped the soundboard off the table by twirling in her chair, which I think that is Alice. I think that already probably sets the stage for you a bit. Alice, you're 7 years old, aren't you? You're nodding your head. It is a podcast, so they can't see you.
I know.
Okay. You will be going into second grade, which is very exciting. Probably could skip a few grades because of those math skills trying to keep up with Abby. But you're also kind of a big deal, wouldn't you say?
I don't know.
I think you are. So I'm going to turn it to you, Alice. Favorite movie, if you had to say. I know it's hard, but if you had to say today what your favorite movie is, what would you say?
I like Harry Potter, and I am excited for the Keeper of Lost Cities movie, but I like every movie, mostly.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you also like most movies. That's true. You never walk away, except for the time we watched Hocus Pocus.
It wasn't even scary.
You weren't thrilled about that one, were you? Was it the witches that were the worst part?
I don't know.
Just remember being scared.
I'm the daredevil over here.
Yeah, Abby is our daredevil over here. That's for sure. Okay, Alice, I will also turn it to you. What do you currently want to be when you grow up? I know this is hard. I never said there were questions were going to be easy, Alice.
I don't know. I don't know my future yet.
You know.
You know.
I have many.
Okay, well, give us a couple.
No.
Top three.
Top three.
I don't know.
I'm going to say one of them rhymes with Parmer.
That's not even a word.
That gives away everything.
I know, but I'm trying to push you along here a little bit. You've always said you wanted to be a Parmer ever since you were little.
You mean plumber?
Not
she always loved those.
No, not a plumber.
Not a plumber. Rhymes with swarmer. Maybe a
swimmer.
A swig swarmer. You
No, I wanted to be a farmer.
A farmer.
Or a chef. Or a teacher.
Teacher, yeah. If specifically pig farmer, right?
Yeah. And the weird part is she wouldn't harvest the animals. She'd have animals, but then she'd grow vegetables.
Yes. She would just have the animals as a swarm of pets. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Emotional support.
Emotional support as well. Yeah, they can be. Pigs are very, very intelligent. So I admire that as well. Okay, Alice, I'm going to throw you the challenging one too. I should have given these to you in advance so you could have thought about it, but I have some answers for them. That's why I'm throwing it at you. What would you say is the most interesting thing about yourself?
I don't know.
I told you, I got it right.
Abby, what do you think's the most interesting thing about Alice?
I like how funny she is, and no matter what people say, I feel like she really puts herself out there. If anyone gets her down about something, she just keeps that passion with her, even though that sometimes happens.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think that's so fair. I think that's very true. You are very passionate, Alice, and you put yourself out there and you don't just go with the flow. You zig and zag quite a bit. So we love that about you. So to be fair, also, I've wanted to have you both on the podcast for such a long time because honestly, every time we wrap up a movie and we're like, what did you think about it? I'm going to be honest with you. 50% of the time I'm like, ooh, is that really what happened? Like, especially in some of these like Marvel movies we're watching or some of these more mystery movies we're watching, I feel like Abbi always really gets it. So I'm excited to have you on. Do you, while you're watching a movie, Abbi, really like to try and like figure it out? Or like, how do you kind of take in a movie when you see it?
So what I do is I basically just sit down in the chair or couch or wherever I'm sitting, and I start to observe keys and things in the movie that could be helpful, or stuff that could lead to an answer of who might be the person under the mask or who's the criminal in a movie. Because I feel like it's really exciting. I like being right, I feel like.
I also would agree with that assessment, yes.
Yeah, so if I'm right about who the villain is, I'll jump up and down and I'll be like, this girl, she knows.
This girl knew.
She knew who the villain was. Like,
is anyone clapping when you do this? Do they look around and they're like, oh, like, yes, you did a great job there? I bet Daddy does that.
Not really.
No
one
just a
really observes it.
One person crowd. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like the one that goes up and it's like, yay, I knew it. And everyone's like, shh.
Yes. Oh, no, I definitely do that. I don't want any spoilers for sure. So I think you get that from Daddy, because Daddy will also do the thing where he's like, I think I know who it is. Or like 5 minutes into a show or a movie. Oh, do you want me to just tell you what it is? Or I'll just tell you, how would I possibly know? And then 99% of the time it's right. And I'm like, don't tell me. So sometimes he'll...
This is a spoiler.
This is a spoiler for everything. Spoiler for movies. What else does he spoil?
I think once he spoiled my birthday present.
Birthday presents.
Your birthday present.
My birthday presents, gifts. He's terrible. He's absolutely terrible. So he'll do that, but now he starts to write it down. So he'll write it down, and then after the show's over, but he's like you, where he's like, I got to get it out of my system. I got to say who it is so that I know I'm right, just like Daddy. So Alice, we went to the theater today. What did we see? Lightyear.
But 1 second.
Okay.
She doesn't jump up when she's light. She doesn't jump out of her chair.
It's a mental thing, okay?
She's mentally jumping.
Okay.
Or sometimes I'll just shout out, I knew it, if it's like a family at home thing. But I feel like if we're at a theater, it'd be different.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes. That's fair. So Alice, today we saw the movie Lightyear. Was this a movie that you were super excited about, super ready to go, couldn't wait?
No, I just really wanted to see it because I saw the trailer and I'm like, wonder what that's about.
Did you know where Buzz Lightyear was originally from before you went into the movie?
Toy Story?
Ding, ding, ding. I was a little unsure. So
Sure.
Going into this, though, too, did you love the Toy Story movies? Were those 5-star movies for you?
I like the fourth one.
What about the fourth one didn't you like?
Not telling.
You can tell me.
No.
It's an older movie. It's not a spoiler. You can tell me.
It's not because of the spoiler.
Okay. Tell me. I'm curious.
I didn't like the dummies in the
I forgot about the dummies. The dolls. You're very afraid of those dolls. Those are the ventriloquist dolls, right? Yes.
They are kind of.
They were scary. They were really scary. So yeah, 4 for me was probably my least favorite of all 4. But Abbi, were you excited about seeing this? Because you did like the Toy Story movies. Were you excited for this and knowing more about Buzz's origin story?
Yes, I actually was very excited to know where he came from and know what the toy was based on. Because I feel like without this movie, it would have been like, it's just a random toy that they came up with. There's no meaning. There's no purpose. Everything was just a random dude with a helmet with a purple weird hat.
Yeah. That is how I feel about Buzz Lightyear as well. So I'm going to be really honest with you. In the Toy Story movies, I would say that Buzz Lightyear was close to the bottom for me of favorite characters, I would have to say. But where does Buzz, don't let me sway you, where does Buzz rank for you, Alice? Was he one of your favorites, or who was your favorite of the Toy Story characters?
I don't know. He was kind of like, so this is the scale. No one can
I see it. It's about 1 foot long. I see it. Okay.
And he's like closer to the end.
6 inches. Closer to like the 6-inch mark. So sort of towards the middle.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What about you, Abbi?
I feel like Buzz is an interesting character that we can grow to learn a lot more about. But from what we already saw, he's kind of grumpy. He reminds me of an old man.
He
Even
yells-
though he kind of is.
Okay.
To be fair.
But he isn't a man who yells this. Get off my lawn!
Do you know a lot of old men that do that?
No, but I see it in movies and shows.
Actually, someone did tell you to get off their lawn. Remember when we went and we rode our bikes to the gas station and that man, you were like picking at his tree? Do you remember that? And he
I
was
think
like,
that was me.
oh, that was Abby. And he was like, get off my lawn. And we're like, oh, like, sorry.
Get away from Mr. Gramps over
I know.
here.
He kind of, Mr. Grumper Pants. He kind of reminded me of Carl Fredricksen from Up, that guy that yelled at us. But I digress. So today we will talk a non-spoiler episode about Lightyear. Okay? Do you guys know what a spoiler is?
Yes.
Okay.
Alice does them all the time, so how would I not?
That's true, but we're going to do our best. The best we can. There's a couple things in this, and again, I'm going to wink and nod to you. I think the ending, that's spoiler territory. We're not going to talk about what happens in the ending. We're not going to talk about the twist, but what we will cover is, did we like the twist at the end? Okay, we'll get there a little bit further down the line.
Oh, that.
You're looking at me like it might not be a twist, but don't say what it is. So really what we'll do is just talk a little bit about the movie, what we liked, what we didn't like, and a couple other things. So that said, before we go to our break, I don't want to talk about too much. We'll save it for after the break, but I would love to know, coming out of Lightyear today, just seeing it this morning, Alice, 5 stars out of 5 stars. What is your rating?
I'm waiting for this.
You plug your ears, Abby. No cheating. No copying. Wait, I have to think of my rating. Okay, I've got my rating.
She already knew her rating.
She did already.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay.
We
Is it the
told
same?
each other. Yeah, it's the same.
It's the same? Okay, can I guess?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Out of 5 stars,
Uh-huh.
I would guess that you gave it 4 stars.
Nope.
No, okay. I would guess that you gave it 3.5 stars.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
What was that?
Those P's come off really nice, Alice, in the podcast world. So that's probably good. That's probably good.
Need your beatbox skills coming in.
She is a good beatboxer. I should have added that to the list earlier. So with that said, I think I probably am coming in at a 3. So not all that different from you. 2.5 to 3, but I'm somewhere in there, more middle of the road. Yeah, I can have half. That's like 50%. It's like an F.
You said 3.
That's 2.5 to 3. I'm kind of waffling, but I'm definitely more middle of the road on this. This isn't my top Pixar. This isn't Soul. This isn't other Pixar movies. Abby, help me out. Give me a couple other. Is that
Turning Red.
Turning Red. Oh yeah, is that Pixar?
Yeah, it's Pixar.
Okay,
I
of
think.
course,
Wait,
yeah.
or is it Sony?
Oh,
Sorry.
jeez.
We're all good.
Gosh, we're letting everyone down right now. That's all right.
No, I
That's
think
all right.
it is Pixar.
Yeah, I think so. All right. So before we head to our break, you might be wondering about ways to support the show. Get early access and exclusive content, make us watch a movie, pick your own episode topic, and more from our Patreon site. You also can go out on the site and access your merch. I noticed you girls haven't done that yet. Haven't purchased a shirt yet from Alternate Ending, which I find deeply offensive.
Do you have pants?
And I think I'd like to keep it that way.
Oh, harsh. And no, we don't have pants. It's
Boo.
I know you love pants. We really only have shirts and mugs currently.
Ew, I want a mug.
You want a mug?
The only person that uses mugs is basically you and your coffee in the morning.
I do like a lot of
Your
coffee.
sweatpants.
I drink
I
tea.
do also wear sweatpants. Yeah.
I drink tea.
You do drink tea, so you could also have that. Both of you love a good cup of chai. So that said, you can go out there and find that out on the site. You can also go out and support us by using our Amazon banner on the site as well. You can just go out to alternateending.com, click on our Amazon banner, and seamlessly go about your purchases. All proceeds go to making our show better. Since our last episode, here are the things that were purchased. Girls, brace yourselves. I don't even know. So there is it. I see you're really bracing yourselves. We had an Ampere battery switch, 12 to 48 volt.
Wow, I really need to brace myself for that.
I know. High voltage. High voltage. You also could have an isolator for your car, boat, or RV.
Oh, I'm
know.
amazed.
I know. You're good at this, Abby. I think you should take my spot permanently. Then we have from Kindle Books, The Unreal and the Real, the selected short stories of Ursula K. Le Guin.
Who's that?
The way you pronounce that.
You're thinking I didn't pronounce it correctly, aren't you?
Yep.
I
You
think
don't
so, too.
pronounce. You say like, do you say tomato?
Sometimes.
I think he says. Yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah.
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 It's tomato. It could go both ways.
Tomato.
Yeah. See? What was the recent one that you guys were so frustrated by that I was saying? Alice couldn't stand it. Do you remember?
Bagel.
Not a bagel. Don't say bagel.
Sounds like your bag.
Alice, it'll come to her. She was so mad at me on the last trip because I kept saying it like the wrong word. You think about it. While I'm reading.
Hang on. Wait. Was it the finale?
Oh, that's
Oh,
what
you said finale.
Yeah.
It's a finale.
It's a finale.
It's a finale.
It is a finale.
It is a finale.
Alice was very, very frustrated by that situation. So I do, in fact, have pronunciation issues. So our next book, Popping the Crypto Bubble. Do you girls know about cryptocurrency yet?
No.
No.
Is it like euro?
It's close. It's close.
That's all I know.
No.
And that was from my German class.
Yeah. No, you can Google it later. It's a little different. But you know what you also would love? Maybe I should purchase these for you too. Bentco Ice Lunch Chillers. You guys love a good cold lunch when I send it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Once a year.
Yeah.
That's Alice. Yeah, once a year.
I used to do it all the time, but then last year it was free lunch for everybody. So, I mean, I can't pass that up.
This year?
And this year. Yes. It's over. The year is over. So, also
Yay.
in kitchen and dining, bags, lunch boxes, and coolers. Somebody's getting ready for maybe some camping trips. I don't even know. Summer school. Then we had also Simple Joys by Carter Baby Boy short sleeve bodysuit pack of 6.
Please don't say that had alternate ending merch.
I hope. Then in addition to that, we also had, I don't think you girls have seen this. It's on video and on demand. The War of the Roses. Seen it?
Nope, you probably wouldn't let me.
Why?
Because that's how you are. You do not let me watch scary stuff. Like you didn't let us watch Indiana Jones.
That is,
The Temple of Doom.
you guys have watched,
I'm joking.
didn't you? You did watch Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
Yeah,
I'm
but after
joking.
That was against my better judgment too.
Yeah. No, you refused for us to do that until like, I don't know, a year later.
I know. I felt pressured to do it too. I still feel like it was too early. Did you feel like when you saw that movie that you were scarred, as I thought you would be from that dinner scene where the snakes come out?
I kind of covered my eyes.
Oh
most
yeah,
of the time.
smart.
So
smart.
see,
I don't want to see any of those monkey brains.
Oh yeah, no monkey brains and eyeballs. There's eyeballs just floating
I
around
know.
in there.
I feel like those are the fake ones, though. I'm not giving behind the scenes.
This is back in the day.
stuff.
This is back in the
Eyeballs were floating?
day. There's eyeballs floating in some soup.
So technically, I feel like the mass of an eyeball would actually make it sink.
Okay, it wouldn't. I think it would float though. It's actually very buoyant.
I
My,
thought you meant it was actually floating in the sky.
No, just in the bowl of soup.
Well,
How much would I
clearly-
pay? How much would I pay you girls to eat a bowl of eyeball soup? Is there an amount I could pay you?
Maybe like negative. I'm gonna go nice on you. 1,000.
Okay, $1,000. Alice, what about you? Eyeball soup.
$9,000.
$9,000.
And
Okay.
clearly, my science has also gone down with my eyeball sinking theory.
This is true. This is true. Well, when we get back, join us for our spoiler-free review of Lightyear.
It's not guaranteed.
Well, we'll bleep it out if it happens. Okay, so who do you want me to kick it to for the plot of the movie? Does anyone want to try and summarize what happened a little bit, but without going into the spoilers at the end? It's okay that we're recording. We edited it together.
You can summarize it.
You don't want to?
Nope, I'm
Alice-
really bad at summarizing.
Alice, can we give it to you to summarize? Just for fun. And we'll jump in. If you start us off and you try and tell us what happened. It's a short, like just a little bit, like what happens. Like while spending years attempting to go home, Buzz Lightyear tries to encounters robots trying to get back to Earth or something like that. You can. Is that what happens?
Don't try to get back to Earth.
No, I said Buzz Lightyear's trying to get back to
You
Earth.
said the robot.
All right, this is why one of you should do the plot. Does somebody want to take it?
Mm,
We'll jump in if you feel like it.
You know, I'll do it. I'll
Okay,
do
you got it. You want Abby to
it.
take it?
So the movie
Okay, I'm
starts.
not ready. All right. Welcome back to Alternate Ending with our spoiler-free review of Lightyear. We had a little bit of a debate on the break. Who's going to take the plot summary here? Usually it gets thrown to me because it's a disaster. It already was when I just tried to take it, and Alice was correcting me on the plot points. So thus, we are going to give it to...
Not me. It was Abbi.
Okay. All right. We're going to give it to our resident cinephile, Abbi, to take it away. Abbi, what actually happened in the plot of Lightyear?
So in the starting scene, what happens is Buzz Lightyear is in this capsule thing. And he comes out and all this mist just pours. Wait, is this a short summary?
I mean, like medium.
Okay.
Medium.
Well, so after that, they try to go adventure out and realize that this planet is different. It has like these vines that will take them and, I don't know, get them away.
Eat you up, yeah.
Yeah, we don't get to see that. So, short story short, they can't get off the island. And that's a problem because there's vines trying to eat them.
Not just that, Abbi.
What else?
I don't know, but not just that.
Okay, other things too. Things are a very precarious situation where they are right now.
And then
His ship is also broken.
Oh, yeah, that was a
I'm
bummer.
bad at this. I'm going to give spoilers. Someone else take it over.
Okay, I think you're right. They get stuck there, and then you guys jump in and help me as I go. Buzz Lightyear decides that if he can hit the speed of light or sound or of some sort of high speed, light, if he can hit this certain speed, that he can save them, that they can get off this place where they are and then get to where they really want to go, where they've landed. Okay,
But
got it. Yes.
unfortunately, every time he does it, it costs him 4 years.
Of his life.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of like a time warp. Like they'll describe it a little better in the movie, but it's a little bit of a space-time continuum.
It's very hard to not do spoilers.
I know. We won't though. I don't think that's a spoiler because you find that out right away. But as you can imagine, the world in which he was living is starting to age. And meanwhile, he is continuing to stay pretty much his own age because time is a little bit different for him. So you find that out right away. So the story then becomes, how does he try to continue to do this while then also being met by sort of a dark force that's trying to stop him from leaving? I think that's
Dark Force.
a dark force.
Dark Force.
An army of robots.
I mean, how is that not a dark force?
Well, it's not like, oh no, Darth Vader's came here to slay the entire population.
I mean, they actually look a little bit like Darth Vader, I think.
No,
Do
they
they?
do not.
No.
Compare the images here.
Okay, very different. Sorry. Okay.
Search it up, the comparison.
Okay, very different. So he gets a little team together too, a little ragtag group, wouldn't you say, of partners that try to...
fond of them.
He's not fond. It is a diverse group. There's an older woman, and then there's kind of like another gentleman who is a little bit all over the place, a little bit scattered. His focus
His
mind is maybe not in the game. That's Mo Morrison, played by Taika Waititi, who we all love. But anyway,
Forgot.
who?
The girl. The
What's the
main girl.
Wait, are you talking about
Izzy. The
Oh,
girl.
Izzy.
Yes.
I hadn't gotten there
The
yet.
second main character.
The second main character, Izzy Hawthorne, who we meet. So there's relationship building a little bit with Buzz Lightyear and his partner, but you'll start to see how the story transpires with some of those things. And he has a couple teams then throughout
Are you
the
talking
years.
about partner, like married and stuff?
He's not married in this. Is he?
Yeah, he isn't.
No,
But why did you say, like,
his team partner.
his team partner?
Yeah, team partner Alice.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Would
Would you marry Buzz Lightyear? Is that what you were trying to say?
No!
I know she would.
Hey!
I'm just kidding. Watch your levels there.
She'd want the superhero.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So I'm going to tell you girls something that you might already know, but
Abbi would, by the way.
do you know who plays Buzz Lightyear?
No.
Chris.
Uh-huh.
Is that actually
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Is it actually it?
Yeah. What's his last name?
This is gonna be so awkward for those that are very passionate about movies. But
You know who he is.
I do.
Yeah. He's actually one of your favorite characters in all of Marvel?
Thor.
No.
I was gonna say Chris Hemsworth.
Nope, different one. Different. Your second favorite in all of Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
No. Your third, maybe
Captain
my favorite.
America.
Yes. Thank you.
That's
Thank
not
you.
one of my favorites.
Well, I think he's great, and he's played by Chris Evans. Chris Evans from Captain America plays
yeah.
Buzz Lightyear in this.
just so you know,
Did not know.
hoping that he plays a role in Keeper.
Is he going to?
He might. I think so, at least.
Who would he
That's-
play?
That's what YouTube videos say. So.
Okay, who would he play?
Sophie's dad.
Oh, wow. That's
It's not
sad.
certain, but
That would be
Wait,
cool.
she only knows one.
not biological. But
Okay. Adoptive?
Yeah, adoptive.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, but just another YouTube video said that Tom Holland was going to be in the movie too.
Who would you prefer, Tom Holland or Chris Evans?
Well, they're not going to play the same role, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, wait, hang on. Wait. Will Tom Holland play the guy with the light blue eyes? In the
There's a bunch of
Uh,
dudes with light blue
Fitz?
eyes.
Fitz.
No.
Not Fitz. I didn't mean Fitz. Who's the who's the guy in the very beginning of book one that, like in the first 10
The
pages of book
Forkle dude?
one? Yeah, maybe.
Mr. Forkle.
All right.
He has gray hair.
Okay, I digress. We'll talk about this more later. So let's jump into a couple questions about it that I'm curious about. So I want to walk away 3.5. All of us were kind of middle of the road. First things first, what did you feel like was the best part of the movie? Does anyone have things that jumped out that you're like, oh, I'll remember that. I liked that. Abby, what would you say?
Personally, I like the beginning where you start to figure out the character of Buzz Lightyear
Mm-hmm.
and know about him. That's normally why I liked it. And I liked him realizing things that he should have realized before. Doesn't have a lot of empathy, I feel like.
Yeah.
Empathy.
Yeah,
Empathy.
maybe you're right.
Towards the end, maybe, but at the beginning, definitely not.
He seemed very focused on him and then his friendship with his partner at the space camp and then getting off.
With his friendship. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
His very personal friendship.
His partner was married. I don't know what we're
Yeah,
talking
but
about
that's
here.
because he was gone for 4 years.
I don't think that
That was a
why.
spoiler.
Sorry, I'm not trying to spoil. I'm pretty sure his partner was not his. What do you want to call him? Teammate. His teammate was not interested in Buzz Lightyear. I'm pretty confident in that. So Alice, what would you say was the best part of the movie?
This is how
Same
all
part?
our conversations start.
I'll jump in. I can tell you mine.
Yeah,
Mine
you
actually
say first.
was. So I love Pixar when it tries to do the heartstring tug, like the pull. It knows how to get me, and nothing gets me better than a team, people coming together, friendship, all of that stuff. So the whole part where the aging is happening with his teammate. That's not a spoiler to say that. Like we described earlier, time is now happening differently.
Just spoiled
Their
the entire
friendship
thing.
their friendship was really touching to me. So I got a little teary eyed at that. Did you girls tear up at that
Nope.
scene? No.
Like
Made of
this,
stone.
this much. Like
It
this
felt
much.
awkward to me.
It felt awkward.
It,
Okay.
it felt awkward that she just forgot about him and was like, "Oh, hi, honey," and "Oh, my son, so adorable." And then like he was just standing at the door, at those scenes. What
Yes.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I thought they did a good job actually of showing the amount of time that was passing. Like it really was 4 or 5 year chunks of life changes that were happening. So
Yeah, I like that too.
yeah. Is that what you think your favorite part was?
I don't know.
You just go with that. Alice. So I will then throw it to the flip side of the coin while we're here. Alice, was there anything about the movie without talking about the end that you weren't a big fan of about this movie?
The end.
The end. Okay, that's fair. I think that's something that's up for debate right now. Like how did the ending feel for people? Because there is a little bit of a twist that we want to go into that I think people are mixed on. So not a big fan for you. Abby, what about you? Least favorite part?
My least favorite part was I feel like the story of Buzz Lightyear. Not like the whole movie, but like how they introduced him. I know I said that I liked him when they introduced him and stuff, but like for some reason, there's also this part of me that is like, I thought it could be different. I thought that they could improve it a bit. Whereas I wanted it to be like, oh, here's Buzz Lightyear, and it was an action. You know how this ties into Toy Story, right?
Does it though?
It does, because that's how
Is that
Buzz
where they're
Lightyear
going?
was made.
Okay.
And I wanted the Buzz Lightyear story to not be, oh, it was his favorite TV show, and that's why he got the Buzz Lightyear toy. I want it to be a real story of an adventurer that like is in space and he has a teammate and stuff.
Okay.
And it tells, so it feels a bit more real to me, and I
Okay.
like realistic
Okay.
a lot. So it feels more real if it's like, oh, the reason this boy got this toy was because Buzz Lightyear was a huge model to him of a person that he wanted to be.
I see. So you wanted to go a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. It felt a little surface level, like this one goal that he has, and we're just going to follow it for the entirety of the movie, which felt a little bit long to me. I don't know if it felt long to you.
It felt very short, I feel like.
Well, that's
in my
because you had the
opinion.
snacks. I didn't have any snacks. I was hungry.
Hey, if you asked, I would give you a pencil.
I don't like to ask. I was waiting for the offer. You know I don't like to ask.
Wow.
Well, I had a sign, like an entire poster that says, if you want a pencil, come and ask.
You did?
That definitely seems like you, Alice.
Thank you for that. To be fair, I did steal one from each of yours before we went in. And if I'm being honest, it was due.
Wow. Trying to make us feel sad for you.
I know. I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to own it. I'm trying to own it here. So,
Hey,
all right.
like a little bit ago, you said to be honest.
I know. That's why I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you right now. So, all right. Here's another part. Both of you girls, I told you before, are incredibly funny. Alice tells us jokes all the time. Abbi, I think, has a more subtle sense of humor. It's more like a little bit sarcastic, a little bit hurtful, a little twinge of hurtful. Alice is more like toot jokes, I would say. Would you
Yeah.
say that's fair? Is
That's her.
this is fair? Okay.
Sorta.
Sort of.
Sorta.
You've got some, what was the one that you told us the other day about the turd? What was,
What's
the
it?
punchline was like a turd. Dung beetle.
Oh,
What's the joke?
what did the dung beetle have for breakfast? A poop tart.
A poop turd. That's a good one.
I got it from a joke book.
I know, but you love those joke books. So you girls both really, really value humor in movies and just in life. So what would you say, though? Where does this stack up? Like a lot of the Pixar movies tend to lean into the humor and the emotion. How funny did you think this was?
So in movies, I normally like having at least one part where everyone is funny. This movie didn't have that because like Buzz Lightyear, stern, grumpy, stuff like that.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been through that, Alice. And I kind of would like him to have some lines of humor, and I didn't feel like he marked that check off my checklist.
Okay.
In
It didn't meet your expectations.
Yeah, it didn't
for-
meet my
for humor.
expectations.
Okay.
And but there were some characters that I really enjoyed having in the movie, and I feel like they brought good character to it
Like who?
and made it a better place. Remember that dude that you said had like the memory, the mind?
Oh, sure. The Mo.
Yeah.
Mo Morrison. Yes.
Yes. In that elderly lady, not old. I'm not being
I'm
cruel.
not sure who actually played her, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. She
Yeah,
was
I
funny.
feel like they both brought a lot of humor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas some characters led me more to believe that they didn't have a heart. But you had to dig through
Mhm.
to find the heart. It
Yeah.
wasn't like you just, I don't want to be violent now.
I was just about
Holds
to say
out
you were
there,
being lying.
Opens a crack and then you could see the heart. It's
Yeah.
right there.
Yep.
You don't have to dig down deep to really find the heart.
Yep.
And where I feel like Buzz, you have to dig a mile down.
Yeah, he was a little cold. His performance, I think, was a little cold, I think, in
Yeah.
this. Yeah, I agree. Alice, what about you? I heard you laughing a few times over there. How did you think it struck your funny bone?
Same as Abby. It was the two people Izzy's friends, they were very funny. And as Abby said, they brought a lot of funniness.
A little humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funniness is not a word.
I know.
You can make up your own words. You can do whatever you want
Funniness.
on this podcast. Funniness.
Bunniness.
Yeah. Bunniness, too. You can just do it all.
That's a weird word. And I said Lyland instead of violent by accident.
That's okay. You can do that, too. So, yeah, I'm on the same boat. I thought it was, I laughed a couple times, but nobody else was laughing. So then I looked around like, oh, did I miss something? Is this not that funny? And then, yeah, in general, I thought it was okay, but I didn't think that it was one that really got the crowd going for sure. All right, so I'm going to jump to a couple questions that people wrote in about, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Throw them out there. One of them you already touched on, which was you were kind of like, bless you. It's a good one. That you touched on around the ending. If you liked the reveal, we kind of talked about that. Another one, this movie is generally targeted at like around the 6 to 8 range, I would say. In general, I'm stereotyping right now, but like 6 to 8-year-old boys, let's just call it that, or like into Buzz Lightyear, like flying around and spaceships and all that kind of stuff. I know you guys like all that stuff too, but so I'm just saying.
I don't know about the spaceship part.
You don't like spaceships?
No.
Oh, gosh, I do. All right.
You
well,
better have not got that for me as a birthday present.
That's your 11-year-old birthday gift, a spaceship. Okay. So, is there a world where you think like this is a 6 to 8-year-old boy's favorite movie?
I feel like it, but not. I feel like this, maybe the 8-year-old boy would understand, but the 6-year-old would have fun because he sees his character, the character that he knows a lot from the other films, and might be like, oh, it's Buzz Lightyear, my favorite character, and just focuses on Buzz Lightyear and none of the other aspects.
Like
I feel
Izzy and
like
the other dude.
it's not like he just focuses on Buzz Lightyear, but he doesn't see the problems that the movie has. He just focuses, oh, there's Buzz Lightyear.
Sure. You're breaking the film down. You're looking at it critically, and you think a 6 to 8-year-old, not including Alice, wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's fair. It seemed like the kids that were next to us to the far right were really liking it.
And they were very loud, which I did not like. I was going to tell you that, but I forgot
Yeah,
to.
I was gonna.
Were you going to say something? Were you going to go over?
I was gonna go all no one would get the reference.
I might get it.
No,
Cuckoo, weird, whatever.
that's not really a reference, but okay.
It could be. But yeah, no, I think that they were a little chatty. They were into it. We've all been chatty at different points in our lives. So that makes sense. So I'm going to round out with a couple last questions. This is one that has high stakes. Okay.
Okay.
So do you guys understand the difference between 2D and 3D animation?
Sorta. Yeah.
Sorta.
Yep.
Okay. What would you say is an example of 2D animation?
Cartoon.
But like
Flat object.
more flat,
Mhm.
but like specifically, can you think of a cartoon that you've seen that is 2D?
Let's think about this.
Yep. Typically a little bit older, not always, but like
An older film?
older.
Tom and
animated
Jerry.
films.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry. No, that is an example. Like the older Tom and Jerry are 2D animation, or like Little Mermaid, or the
Yeah.
older Lion King. Like those are 2D animations, a little bit more flat. Versus this, what we saw today is 3D animation.
Still animation.
Still animation, but 3D. It has a little bit more. It has an extra dimension. Okay.
I get
So-
it. I'm following.
You're following. You're with me. Okay, that's good. I can feel it. I can also see you getting a little antsy. So we'll probably wrap up here pretty quick. But no, you're liking it, liking chatting. So I want to talk to you a little bit about both of those. So, and actually, Alice, another one I think that is 2D is a movie. Mulan, I think, is also 2D, and you love Mulan. So
I like the song Loyal, Brave, and True.
do you want to sing it?
No.
No.
Definitely not.
I'd sing it if this video was all about that.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is a
You girls
different
sing it so nicely. That's one of my favorite songs too in there. But those are the kind of two different styles.
I could maybe do it. I'll
All right.
think about
Maybe
it.
an outtake. We'll do an
Yes.
outtake. You can sing it. What do you prefer? Like it's two different visual styles. Do you prefer the 2D more like a Mulan or a Little Mermaid, or do you like a movie like Onward or Lightyear that has like more of the 3D animation style?
I really like 3D. I'm all out on 3D probably because again, I like feeling that I'm there.
Okay.
And I feel like it's kind of hard to imagine me in a 2D world where I'm a flat pancake
Okay. What about
and
you?
waddling around.
Alice is imitating a pancake right now. That's great.
Yeah.
Alice, are you the same, or do you like 2D better, knowing that you like movies like Mulan and Little Mermaid and The Lion King and movies like that?
Talking about Disney movies.
I know.
I don't know.
Don't
I
know.
like both.
You both.
Because I like some 2D movies and I also like some 3D movies. But if you put it together, it's basically both.
It's like 2.5D if you put them together, right? Meet them in the middle.
That'd be really odd.
Yeah, it
Of a
kind of
person.
would. It would be like this skinny.
Yep.
They'd be very.
And the head would be this flat.
Yep.
I just imagine heads.
Okay. Well, I personally, for whatever reason, rather like to watch the 2D more. For whatever reason, these feel like I'm watching a PJ Masks episode. Like,
I'm
or-
pretty sure PJ Masks. Wait, is PJ Masks 3D?
I don't know. Or like Doc McStuffins. I felt like I was watching Doc McStuffins.
What?
What?
You know, do you know what I'm saying? Like that, like a lot of the cartoons that you guys have watched, there's a certain type of cartoon that just does not work for me, where they just seem like
Pancakes?
less real. No, they seem less realistic to me when they're 3D, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why.
They do?
Yeah, or what about when you watch like Spirit? Like the animated Spirit show. That's 3D, I think.
I don't watch that a lot. I
Okay.
used to.
I don't know. I'm just not as big of a fan. I can't get into it as much, but it could be because I'm older
I
than
think
you
I had
too.
a horse phase. Did I have a horse phase?
You had a mini horse phase. You weren't one of those extreme horse phases.
Where I'm like, buy me all the horses.
Buy me a horse, which you wouldn't actually get. We did get you that little Barbie horse once, but we're not
You
going to.
didn't buy that. You found it from our neighbor.
That's fair. I did do that. That was a
And
nice
just-
horse.
Yeah, I know.
I can
But
sit
we
on
didn't
it.
know. Did the girl throw up on it? What did she do with that horse?
You guys are always.
What has that horse been through?
Every time we get something secondhand, first reaction out of the gate is, how do I know if somebody threw up on this?
Yeah, true. I don't like thrift clothes, especially not underwear.
Oh.
When have you ever had thrift underwear?
I don't know. I never got it, but it seems gross.
Yeah, that does actually seem super, super gross. I agree with you on that.
Or
Alice.
socks.
Yeah, no secondhand socks
Or
around here.
pants, because what if they pee into the underwear
Yep.
and then it soaks through?
Yeah, you're
Definitely
really-
following along now. They're probably like looking at they're watching paint dry probably at this point.
Yeah, they're wondering how they got here, listening to this episode for sure. But yeah, no, I think all of us are on the same page, which is interesting. Sometimes we walk out and we're all over the place, and you guys are like, best movie ever, and I'm thinking it's not that great. So I think for this one, we're all sort of middle of the road on Lightyear.
A little less than middle.
A little
of the
less
road.
than middle of the road.
It's like when the dad calls pit stop and everyone's like, oh.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like.
My dad never does that.
He never does. He never goes for a pit stop.
Nope. Well, maybe once or twice. But
Yeah. Just
Maybe
goes to the
just once
bathroom
or
in the
twice.
car. He just uses a cup.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe he does a couple pit stops.
Sure.
But mostly for bathroom.
Yes.
But nothing else.
Nothing
Maybe
else.
gas,
But
but
gas, that's what I
Yeah, gas and going to the bathroom. That's always
main
happening.
things.
and snacks. Don't
And
forget.
snacks.
Don't forget my babies.
Yeah, I know. Snacks are this family's favorite
Abby
thing.
was just rubbing her microphone because she actually thought they were her babies.
Okay.
Oh,
All
that's,
right.
That's getting
Well,
a little.
In closing, do we have anything else on this movie? You girls good? You feel like you got out all your feelings on this movie you wanted to share?
Time for
Oh
the
no.
plot twist.
Okay. All right. In closing, thank you so much for joining us and these lovely children across from me and diabolical
Alice
children.
is getting too much in character right now.
She is. She's getting a little. I think she's getting a little hungry, so a little hangry. We
I
gotta
want
get out of here.
popcorn.
I know you do. We're going to get out of here and go get some popcorn. So you can go out there, follow us on social media. You can go out to our Facebook page and like it. Twitter, where we're tweeting all the time. Go out to Instagram.
Odd.
Alternating. Is that odd?
Tweet. Well, we're tweeting all the time.
Twitter.
You
where
said
we're tweeting.
tweet when we're tweeting all the
You know,
time.
you're just as bad as Tim. This is what Tim does. And he loses daddy's flow all the time. And now you're sitting in Tim's chair. It's because you're becoming Mr. Tim. So you can go out, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or Google, and don't forget about Patreon.
Don't make sure to subscribe to our pasta.
To our pasta. Thank
To
you.
our pasta.
Pasta. Time to eat the pasta. I'm hungry.
Catch you next time.